Joining me now is New Jersey Congressman Jeff Van Drew. He's a member of the House Judiciary, Transportation, and Infrastructure Committees. And Congressman, as we tee up this vote on Friday on the future of Mike Johnson, are you supporting the Speaker?
I am supporting the Speaker, and let me say, if I hear from President Trump, who I do speak with relatively regularly, and I have a relationship with him to the contrary, that would change my mind. Let me say this: I'm a very independent person, so I get it. I get it. Members of Congress want to express their individual viewpoint. We're a co-equal branch of government, et cetera, et cetera. But there was a mandate from the people of the United States of America in both the popular vote and the electoral vote to make change. Now it's, time for us to put our big boy pants on, to get serious as a body, as a Republican majority in the House of Representatives, work together and get stuff done. The approval rating for members of Congress by the public in general is in the single digits. There is a reason for that. We have to stop acting goofy. We have to focus. We have to get work done. We have a lot of change to make. Then the president needs a clear runway coming in.
38 House Republicans sent a warning to President Trump about the debt ceiling and the debt limit. And, they're saying we want to there should be steep cuts to federal spending. That is something that President Trump campaigned on. But on the other side, without that extension, it seems that jeopardizes his plans, many of the promises that he made on the campaign trail. Talk to me about that dichotomy right now with the debt ceiling fight.
Well, because we have to use common sense. So we're not going to be able to fix everything in one vote. So, we know there is a huge debt problem. It's a problem that unfortunately sometimes the public doesn't feel or know. Next year, and I said for years it was coming, I'm not the only one, we're going to be spending more on debt service, on interest, than we are on the entire defense of the country. So it is a serious issue. However, we need to stop the bleeding. We have to start reduction. It's going to take a number of years to do this. We can't do it all at once, or else we'll hurt good people and good constituents. So we don't want to do that. So people know you're not going to get, members of Congress, you're not going to get an instantaneous, perfect bill that completely removes, the debt that we have. We're going to have to start a process. We're going to have to reverse what's been going on. We're going to have to stop the bleeding, and we have to work shoulder to shoulder with the president to get this done. Shame on Republicans if we can't do this. I changed 5 years ago and became a Republican because the philosophy is right. The vision of America is right. And it's where America is now. Now we've got to fulfill that obligation and get that job done. This is no joke. This is the real thing. America is not a place. America is an idea. It is a vision. It is a future, not only for us, for the world. We have a huge responsibility. Let's fulfill our destiny as a body, as the House of Representatives.
Well, Congressman, I want to switch gears with you because there's still a lot of questions surrounding those drones that were spotted hovering over many parts of New Jersey. What have you learned about these drone sightings?
How unprepared we are, how stupid and foolish we've been. As far as when I say we, I mean the government, this administration. Here's the deal, and I'll go through this again because I have a few times and I think it's important. Somebody with high security clearance came to me, a real person with real gravitas, and said there was an issue that from Iran, and I'm not saying it was Iran, I'm saying that we don't have control of what's going on though in the country, evidently, that there was a drone ship, which is called a mothership, where drones can take off from it and land on it, left the port and was missing for weeks in Iran. We don't know where it was. That's number one. And he expressed real concern that this administration has no handle on this. We are 10 years behind in the science, in the actual development of drones where China is. Secondly, we have the Coast Guard that has sighted them, real people. The nuclear power plant in New Jersey that supplies 40% of the energy. Its professionals asked for a no-fly zone, for a restricted zone, which they got. They called us up in panic. They had 2 drones the size of SUVs circling around the nuclear power plant. That's not me saying that. That's the people at the power plant. It's the Coast Guard. It's former police. It's others. They are either covering up and lying to us, or they're profoundly stupid, or the real deal is it's probably both. And it's a shame.
But just confirming, we still don't have a clear answer. I mean, you brought up the issue
No.
of Iran, but that is certainly not confirmed. I just want to make sure. Top Highway's got a question for you.
Congressman, great to chat with you as always. Assuming it is or involves a extreme lack of preparedness, are you confident that the incoming Trump administration and their Secretary of Defense and their entire national security apparatus will reverse course and be on top of it so that we know if somebody is flying something the size of a bug anywhere in the world? Because that's what I was always told was our capability, and the reality is that it is not. Are you confident that that will change the next 4 years?
I am, because President Trump and the majority of this Congress realizes how important this is. So we need to make sure that we get focused on this. I'm on the aviation subcommittee, deal a lot with this issue. We've got to catch up and surpass where China is. We need to get on target with this, and we can do it. But there is no doubt we are behind now. We're too interested in people's pronouns and paying for sex changes in the military and political correctness rather than being the fastest, smartest, best, most focused military in the world. That's what we need to do. That is what we're going to do. And I think that's a good thing. And you're exactly right. Either we were doing this, the U.S. government, and covering up, or it was a foreign country. Either way, they handled it terribly.
Congressman Jeff Van Drew, we certainly appreciate your time this morning, Congressman. Thank you.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year to you, too.